syndrome. I've obviously got rapport because we're going.
Yeah, it's rude to me already. Be careful.
Module 4, why learn heart, mind and soul therapy? Why learn it? Well, you're learning a bit of it today because you're on the one-day course. These guys have already done the full course. As working as a therapist, this would be the fastest tool that you can use to transform someone very quickly, and you've had an experience of that. Yeah, just now. What is heart, mind and soul therapy? Well, it's basically working in the here and now rather than going on timelines like previous therapies that have been learned, using hypnotherapy to go into the client's source of, the innate source of intelligence, like your hard drive, and finding where the root cause problem is and literally going through it and dropping through all those layers and going to the centre where the innate intelligence is, and then using that, using colours and sensations to transform the client's emotional connection to the traumatic memory or traumatic problem or whatever it is that's causing, and working in departments we call gestalts, but department areas. So it could be relationships, it could be physical well-being, it could be business, it could be money, it could be all of these elements in life that affect our lives. This allows us to go in and reprogram and break through those problems. I nicked this logo here from HeartMath University. I'm going to get my own design soon, but they say the auric field comes up by 1.5 metres apparently, for how they measure that. And that the heart is the domain of all the emotions. So where before, with previous therapies, I was working in the mind and finding I wasn't getting results in those areas, but by working in the heart and the mind, encompassing both, there was faster results and faster change. They say that the heart is 1,000 times more stronger than the mind. What is HMS therapy? It is a solution-focused intervention. It's also a trauma-focused intervention that gets immediate results with any traumatic memory or stress-related condition. It's a good job we did that early, because then that's sort of, that's what pretty much what your experience was, wasn't it? Love is one of the only tangible forces within the multiverse, because if you look at any of the quantum physics now, they talk about multiverse, not a universe. It says multi-dimensions. It binds all of time, space and matter together, love being the only absolute truth. So when I was talking about earlier, I was talking about lunch and saying, you know, this model, that model, heart, mind and soul therapy, in 2 years' time we could have something else. Whatever model works to help that person overcome whatever it is, you know, and whatever works for you. If it's counselling, if it's timeline therapy, if it's meditation, if it gets a result, use it. But the only absolute universal truth that I can say is a tangible, for me, my perception is love. I stay with the restaurant because I love it. I stay with my partner because I love her. I love my children. They're tangible forces that I can put my hands on. I can say that they exist. Why heart, mind and soul therapy? Heart, mind and soul therapy will help the client experience total emotional freedom from any traumatic memory or stress-related condition. So if, for instance, you come away from it and something else pops up, it might be a different department, but it might be just that part of the department is quite close to that part. So Jim experienced pain release on one bit, but there's more pain come up on here, but they might be just close to each other. We've just got to find the right gestalt to go into. How does heart, mind and soul therapy work? It will target the most prevalent negative emotions by locating the root cause, pictures, sounds, feelings, the submodalities, within the heart. The heart is 1,000 times more stronger than the mind, and has its own built-in innate well-being system. Using a combination of powerful emotions such as love, self-worth, self-belief, HMS can override any negative emotion. The results are outstanding. All clients will experience permanent emotional change for life. So I work with people now that I was doing similar techniques years ago, and when they go back to those memories, they find that it's completely changed. And that's why I created the drop down through. The drop down through existence. The drop down through was a technique I was trained in before, but I created the drop down through existence was and keeping everything in the here and now. So we're not dealing with past, present or future, we're just dealing with the here and now, how you're feeling right now. Heart, mind and soul therapy. Who can use heart, mind and soul therapy? Heart, mind and soul therapy can only be used by New Leaf program trained therapists who have completed a 5-day training. Once you are qualified as a practitioner, then you can work with anyone with any stress-related condition or emotional problem. All practitioners are reviewed for 1 year and can attend as many trainings as they wish. They are governed and regulated by the New Leaf program. All therapists must have their own public liability insurance. So it's working as a hypnotherapy-based, talking-based therapy, you know. Heart, mind and soul therapy. So if you look at the human heart starts beating before the brain. So if the human heart starts beating before the brain, that must be surely where the domain of all the emotions are stored. The brain almost like acts like a processor. But who's ever felt like on a breakup from a girlfriend or whatever, or a partner, and then felt pain in your heart? You don't feel it in your head. You might get loads of confusion in your head and loads of, but actually the emotions are in here. That's where I've always felt it.
Thought-based feeling.
Sorry?
Thought-based feeling.
Yeah, and when I've had breakups where there was an actual physical pain in my heart, and by going into the heart of it, that was a real definite change. Whereas working in the head, I just became confused, never really resolved stuff. So, if the heart is the first thing that's developed, surely that's the centre of intelligence. That's where all our innate knowledge is stored. SEEP, significant experience of emotional pain or pleasure. We call them gestalts, but you can call them SEEPs if you want. Root cause of the problem. The electromagnetic field of the heart. So I got this stuff off the internet. Our thoughts and emotions affect our heart's magnetic field, which energetically affects those in our environments whenever we are not conscious. We all felt earlier when you were letting go of that stuff. We felt in the room. You can feel it when you're working with people. Or have you ever been in the room and you could cut the atmosphere with a knife? Why? Because that person might be running a negative emotion. Or if you work with someone who's in a bad temper or foul mood, you feel it. You feel it. It's not nice working with people, is it? Because what is that? Well, it must be the signal that they're banging out. They've not touched you. They've not said anything. They just might. You walk into a room and someone's in a bad mood. You feel it. Whether you be analytical or really kinesthetic. If you're really kinesthetic, you tend to feel it a lot more. And like the Earth has a magnetic field. They say the Earth has a similar magnetic field. Every living thing has a... This is some information that I got off the internet on meat. Look up the raw meat. Like, it's still got an energy field on it. So when you have your steak, medium rare, you're still getting a bit of that bioelectric. When it's been well done, or pulled pork, it's been cremated. Yeah. There's all tomatoes, look.
I know, that's...
I don't like broccoli.
I
love
so do I, little trees.
Cauliflower, yeah. Broccoli.
No, little trees. Oh, brilliant.
I want to eat it, I want to go to eat it, but just, oh.
What is it about this stopping you from eating it?
Just, yeah.
Just drop down below the...
What purpose they like it? Yeah, imagine that. Just turn into a complete vegetarian. Yeah. There's been stuff on Russia today about like scientists are now recognising the auric field and
at time.
I make regular appearances on Russia today, so I wouldn't trust that media source. They always ring me up, Rutherford. Right, so reframing.
I like reframing.
Let's talk about reframing.